All right, let's talk about how you will succeed on YouTube if you're just consistent. Okay, we need to be consistent. And I'm talking to you guys in a very, very honest and serious tone. We need to be consistent and we need to show up every single dang day on this platform if we really want to make it. Because a lot of people, they're like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber, I want to be a TikToker, but they only post once every 3 months or once every month or one time every 2 weeks. I don't care. I don't care what it is, but we need to show up every single day. And that's if we truly want to succeed, because to do all this YouTube stuff, it is not something easy. I know a lot of people think it's easy because, for one, I was one of those naive people. I thought I was going to come into this YouTube space, post one video, and all of a sudden get millions of views, and I thought I was going to quit my 9-to-5 job the very next week, and I thought I was going to be this full-time YouTuber. Well, reality hit me very hard. It was pretty much a slap in the face once I found out that my video, the very first video that I posted, did not get a lot of views. That was very, very disappointing, and it was a reality check because I started doing more videos. I was like 3 months in, 4 months in, 5 months in, and I barely got any views. So it was a reality check. It was kind of like, okay, Anthony, like this is actually harder than I thought. But that's pretty much what a naive mind goes into when they're starting YouTube, when they're starting TikTok, when they're starting Instagram Reels or building their Instagram or their social media. They think they're going to get famous right away. Now, is it possible? Obviously, it's possible. There's a lot of people that have gone viral overnight. You know, there's this kid on Instagram. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen him. You know, he started doing this. Right? All of you guys know who I'm talking about. That boat kid that was dancing, that was aura farming, right? He pretty much got viral overnight. It's a kid literally just maybe pursuing his passion in that sport or whatever they're doing, busting out those dance moves, you know, in front of the boat or the canoe or whatever you want to say it. And he pretty much got viral. I remember seeing on my Instagram, I think even the city or the mayor of wherever he's at congratulated him and gave him like a check of something. I don't know, but he pretty much got recognized on social media, and that forever is going to change his life if he decides to capitalize on that opportunity. So showing up on YouTube every single day is a task that we need to just be 100% committed, because it's so easy to say you want to be a YouTuber, but keep in mind, to be a YouTuber, you need to plan out your videos. You need a script or unscript, whatever you want to do. You need to put in the work. You need to brainstorm ideas. You need to edit your videos. You need to do all these things, especially if you have no money coming in, right? But let's say you do have money. Maybe you are those that start a YouTube channel and then you right off the bat, you send your videos to get edited by this person on Fiverr or Upwork or whatever it is. You know, you're investing your money. But for the majority of people, like maybe you and I, who started YouTube just very fast, very spontaneous, because we want to be influencers or we want to be just these people recognized on YouTube. You know, we start off editing our own videos, and that's what I was doing when I started off my YouTube channel back in 2020, 5 years ago. I was editing all my videos. I was directing all my videos pretty much. I was recording everything. I was doing all the B-rolls, all the A-rolls. I was brainstorming. I was editing. I was uploading. I was scheduling. I was doing everything. You know, if I wanted my family to come out in my videos, I will tell them, okay, hey guys, this is the topic of the video. This is what I want you guys to kind of do in the video, right? You know, show you guys just, you know, reacting to this, or, you know, trying this burger or doing this, and let's get this type of reaction. Let's get this type of feeling, right? I would be directing the video. So in a way, you know, just a little side note, I feel like doing YouTube has really allowed my creativity to expand, because it allows me to think of all these different ways to probably evoke emotions, or I want everything to be a specific way towards my liking, towards my creative brain. So in that area, YouTube has allowed me to be more creative, right? So, back when I was doing those videos, I was just directing, I was doing everything, I was editing. Yeah, and I know I already said that, but I just want to reiterate it to you guys that I was pretty much doing everything by myself, as opposed to a lot of people that pretty much just start off YouTube with already a business mindset, and they start to outsource their videos. They have people making their thumbnails, they have people editing, right? But I'm talking to the majority of people here that are just starting off YouTube by themselves. They're that one-man team, right? So they're doing pretty much everything. So, that's what it takes for us to start off. Then down the line, once you become a full-time YouTuber, then you could probably start to outsource your videos, right? So at some point for me, I want to get to the point where I'm just very, very productive, that I just focus on recording my videos, and then I just send it off to my editor or to my friend or to whoever is willing to edit my content. Have them deal with all those things, send it to me to review it, and then post it, right? Because as soon as you get more into this job, yes, because it is going to turn into a job. A lot of people say, oh, if you do what you love, it's never going to be a job. Yes, but you also have to realize that it is going to become your full-time job, because if you don't do it, guess what's going to happen? No money is going to come in. So yes, obviously I'm going to still enjoy doing it, but it's going to be a job. Just straight up facts, reality. It's going to be a job. So once in the future, once I'm this very reputable, once you're this very trusted creator, you're going to start having to produce more videos. You need to make more content. And with that, you're not going to be having a lot of time to edit. Sure, you could edit your videos, but you have to keep in mind that's going to take a lot more time. And so that's why all of these famous YouTubers, all these very successful YouTubers, they tend to just have their editors, have them deal with all that work, just send it back to them, they review them, or they do a couple of revisions, and then they post it. That's pretty much how it is. That's pretty much the work cycle that goes on with all these YouTubers, right? So I want to be successful, and I know a lot of you guys want to be successful as well. And you're not going to get by just putting in a couple of minutes a day, right? We need to actually sit down and think to ourselves, what is our strategy here? How are we going to be successful? What niche am I going to tap in? What type of audience do I want to cater to? What type of people do I want to attract? What type of person do I want to show myself to the world to? Right? Because we have to think to ourselves all these things. People are going to see me on the camera. How do I want to portray myself? Now, it's going to be completely up to you guys if you guys want to show your true self, or if you guys want to put on this fake personality, or if you guys just, I don't know, want to try to be someone you're not. I don't know. Like, it's completely up to you. I would say, and I think a lot of people say this too, that you just need to be yourself. Right? Because what's the point of having a fake personality? You're gonna get tired of fake acting that personality someday. Maybe that day is not in 2 years, but maybe on the third year, you're tired of acting that way because that is not you. So I think it's a win-win if you act yourself, because then you just get to be yourself. I think that's the best part about YouTube, that you could build a fan base, you could build a community of people that want to come back to watch you because of how you are. And that's amazing, to be able to just be yourself and to have people supporting you or people liking how you are, right? So I'm this very chill guy. I'm sure you guys can kind of see it. I have a very big smile. They call me Smiley at work, and for a very good reason. I'm always smiling. I could be having a bad day. I'm going to try my best to smile, but obviously I'm human. There's days where I'm just not feeling it, right? But for the most part, I smile all the time, which is why people call me Smiley. But you guys can call me Tony, and that's pretty much my YouTube name. Call me Tony, because that's me. but we need to try our best to be successful, guys. Like, if you guys want to be that person to take your family out of the rat race and you want to make them live a life that's worth living, like imagine your parents, how much they have sacrificed for you. Don't you want to be able to one day, go up to them and be like, hey guys, I'm paying off your mortgage, your house that you've been working your entire lives for, I'm paying it off. Isn't that just a beautiful feeling to be able to tell them that? Like, a video that comes to my mind is Mr. Beast when he did that to his mom. He gave his mom a $100,000 check to pay off some of the mortgage or the rest of the mortgage or of the house or whatever it was. And it was a very, very emotional video. And stuff like that is things that I'm sure a lot of you guys want to do. You guys want to do stuff for your family, for your community. And I'm just here to build a community of like-minded individuals that are thinking the same way like me, that want to change the world for the better. So if you guys are part of that person or part of that group of people that I'm catering to, let me know in the comments. And also, YouTube is going to recommend one video right here. Go ahead and click on whichever one you want to watch, and I'll see you guys on the next one.